Good morning, Year 3. It's Tuesday's reading lesson. Continuing on looking at the Stone Age, I have another video for you to watch first this morning, and then we'll look through what the task will be like today.
People have been living in Britain for thousands of years. People just like us, but living very different lives in very different times. This is their story. This is the story of Britain. Thousands of years ago, much of the world was covered in thick layers of ice. It's been called the Ice Age. When the climate got warmer, the ice melted. Then, rising seawater 8,000 years ago caused part of Europe to become separated and form an island. This island is Britain. The land became covered in a deep, dark forest. Animals like wild boar, red deer, and cattle called oryx came to live here. Humans came too, and hunted the animals for food. It is now 7,000 years ago, and here we are, right in the middle of what we call the Stone Age. No prizes for guessing what's so special about this period. Yes, stones, and one type of stone in particular, flint. I'm starving. Shouldn't you hunters be going to catch some dinner?
Don't look at me. I've got a bad back from being down the flint mine.
Yes, so you keep telling us, Grandad. Families like this one paint pictures of animals on the walls of their caves. Perhaps they worship these great beasts that provide them with food. They even make special headdresses out of animal skulls. If she's painted a deer, then you should go and catch one. But I can't catch deer. Why not? We've just trekked a really long way to this place for that very reason, and I've got achy legs and sore feet in the process. Don't tell me it was for nothing. It's all right for you. You got the easy job, gathering berries and leaves and nuts and stuff. But the deer live in there, in those very wild woods. Please don't make me go in there. Let's go fishing instead. Fishing's much better. Or let's eat berries and nuts again. I love berries and nuts. If not a deer, then at least a fish. Look, I'll paint one. Son, you could easily catch fish with that new spear you've made. It's your best one ever.
Perfect for catching fish.
Stone Age people made tools out of flint, which is hard, sharp stone, but easy to flake and shape. But they also have learnt to make tiny stone tools called microliths, which can be fixed onto wood to make hunting spears and woodworking tools. Other tools are made out of bone, wood, and antlers.
Steady. Go on. Now's your chance. Oh.
People don't just hunt animals. They gather leaves, nuts, and berries too. Don't pick those, whatever you do. They're not good.
They look good to me.
Your grandma ate some, and that's why she's not around anymore. Hurry and gather acorns. We need to get back to the cave and cook.
Roasted nuts again. We had that yesterday and the day before.
And it'll be the same again tomorrow, unless one of you hunters actually catches something.
Yes, we're supposed to be hunter-gatherers, not gatherer-gatherers.
We didn't see one fish.
Tomorrow, we've no choice but to enter the forest.
But I'm scared of what's in there.
Come and look, everyone. I've something to show you.
That's a wolf. Don't look him in the eyes.
It's not a wolf. Well, it is a wolf, but it's only young and a friendly one too. And look, it does what I ask it to. Bring me my sack, Wolfie. It's an orphan. It's been sniffing around our camp looking for food. I've become its pack leader by feeding it.
Want to eat us when it gets bigger?
No, just give it a bit of food and it'll be happy. And it'll protect us from scary animals and help us to hunt deer.
And look, the deer have come out of the forest. They're eating the little reed shoots.
Great. Now we don't have to go into the forest to hunt them. Come on, let's go and catch some dinner.
New seasons mark the time for new changes.
What? Already?
Yes, time to move on.
But it feels like we've only just got here. I wish we could just stay here. Moving all the time's so annoying.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. How could we ever get enough food if we stayed in the same place all year round? People will always have to follow the food. That's something that's never going to change.
My sack's too heavy. My arms are aching.
That's nothing. You should try carrying baby.
Ah, you should try carrying Grandad.
Are we nearly there yet?
No.
Are we nearly there yet now?
No!
How about now?
Yes.
Really?
No!
Okay, so let's go back to our flip chart. Right, so today's objective then is going to be something that's going to continue all week. And our objective is, can I retrieve information from a non-fiction text? Now we can watch the videos like we've just done and get a sense of what life was like, and you can, from those videos, that's obviously a interpretation of it, you can then extract the facts and extract the actual facts that how they would have lived. It talked about the tools, it talked about the gathering of berries. We're going to do that from this text here. We're going to retrieve the information, finding out as much as we can. So we're going to read through the page you read yesterday. And if there are words that you're unsure of, then you highlight them and maybe discuss them with a family member or an older sibling. And then when you have looked through that, it's about getting the information. So I've given you a task sheet that's going to run for today's lesson, Tuesday, and Wednesday's lesson. And it looks like this. There's two versions. This is the core and extension version. Find the information from your text. In fact, I've given you two texts for the core and extension to read through today. Then both those texts will give you a wealth of factual knowledge, and we're going to use those bits of information to fill in this grid. And I suggest that you do 2 boxes today and 2 boxes on Wednesday. And I suggest you do the top 2, or maybe the side 2, the left-hand side, leave the picture of Stonehenge for tomorrow because that's what we want to focus on tomorrow. So you have got here then the top left box, find facts in the text to answer these questions. So where are we talking about? When are we talking about? What did they do? Tell me what you now know about what the early humans in Britain did. You can draw pictures of the tools that they used from information in the text, and you can tell me all about how they found their food and what sort of food did they eat. The other task is to draw and label a picture of Stonehenge, but again, that can be done tomorrow. So work out which ones you want to focus on today, and then do the rest tomorrow's lesson. Tomorrow I'll give you another text to read to gain more information from for these boxes. The simplified version talks about the similar left-hand side, but then this side, because you've got a different text to read that you can read or you have an adult read it for you, there is a Boxgrove man on there and it tells you all about that. So I'd like you to draw me a picture of Boxgrove man and label that with information. And then for Wednesdays, you're going to look at Skara Brae, which is then how I've written here, Skara Brae, that tells how to pronounce it, and label that. But that again can be left for Wednesday. So just to reiterate, this task sheet is for 2 lessons worth of work because there's a lot of reading we want you to do and do the task as well. So we're giving you a task over 2 lessons. Okay. So you have a choice really today. You can either hand in what you have completed so far, or you hand it in when it's finished. After tomorrow's lesson. Instead, that's a choice you can make yourselves with your parents. Okay, thank you, Year 3.